कैसे टाइम पास, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे. We are either buried in body identification. So, the first 28 mantras, they were emphasizing only on this. Kva atma sajjidrupaha kva masa rudhira asti nirmito dehaha iti yo lajjati dhiman itara shariram kim hi manute. Therefore, where it is said, what is our essential divine nature and what is this dirty body? And therefore, Dhiman, the wise person, will never waste his time and energy in creating relations with the people in this world. This point I told you a number of times. Two things are the burden that we carry, and when we get tired, we unload that burden. One burden is the things which we possess or want to possess, and the relations, what we want to discover happiness from relations. From the relations, you cannot get absolute happiness, you get relative happiness. Therefore, first part was this. First step on the spiritual path is freedom from body identification. This is the most important thing. Only play that where you are sitting. See? I will not tell you what is going on in your minds, but I can tell you very clearly who is with me and who is not with me. See? Relax, man, relax. Carrying the burden all the time. Just recognize this, that you are unable to drop that dumb body. I will not call it somebody. That dumb body on the height of foolishness. Relax, relax. After this was done, then the second topic is taken, Vishaya Ninda. विरज्य विषय व्रातात दोष दृष्ट्या मुमुर्मुहु स्वलक्ष्य नियतावस्था मनसः शम उच्यते. Bhagavan Shankaracharya in Vivek Chudamani writes, Vishaya vratat virajya, get away from the hordes of worldly objects. How to get rid of that? Very simple technique. dosha drishtya. See, we can invest anywhere, whatever we have. If I have the um, currency from Indonesia, when Indians go to Indonesia, they become millionaire. So you will invest only that. In the same manner, what we have the capital of dosha drishti. Dosha drishti, we can find out shortcomings in everything, including God. That is our expertise. So dosha drishtya. So whenever we come across any object, find out what are the shortcomings in that object. Not what is how useful it is. No. Your whole life will change. Because why our mind runs after the objects, or why our mind runs away from the objects, is only because of this principle. We have given some value to something or somebody in this world. And therefore, mind is constantly thinking about it. When I get the various WhatsApp, from that I get the data about the whole world. I don't have to go anywhere. Swamiji, please don't quote my example in your talk. First thing. And then, Swamiji, we are thinking of adding one room to our flat. Because now it's very difficult to move inside the house. They will never think, remove the furniture. So they want to add room so that furniture can be accommodated. See? And they have such a big house. The whole day they talk within the house on phone. What will you do? See? Therefore, dosha drishti, find out what are the shortcomings of the worldly things and slowly withdraw. See? And this can be done through wisdom. What is the wisdom? Wisdom is learning from your everyday, every experience. So what we have to learn? I told you I learned so many things. That is my spiritual practice. Learning is human mind cannot remain attracted towards the same thing, same being, same job all the time. It cannot remain attracted. This is how the mind is. And if we learn this, then we will not become slaves of our own mind. Mind is like that, what can be done? So, let us not get carried away by the mind. And this, although you are all married, you have not learned this thing. This principle I told number of times. This is called as the midlife crisis. Yesterday I received one WhatsApp. Swamiji, I have nobody other than you. I have not seen that lady. See? In our house, it is a mess. And the children don't listen. Husband, he has his own ways. And I am just like a labor doing the job. What for I am here? I think I should come with you. Hare Rama. And if you come with me, after some days, you will find out some other Swami. ये मजा नहीं आया, दूसरा देखो. Now, why this happens? Because after crossing 40, 42, 45, this is natural. The hormonal balance gets upset. First, the ladies' hormonal balance gets upset, then the gents. So, first, the gents have to understand the problems of that lady. And after you cross that, maybe about a year or two, then the problem is shifted to the man. That time the lady has to understand. Therefore, we have to recognize all these things are happening only because we have not learned from our mind. So after this is done, now we come to the worldly objects. Moodha kurute vishayaja kardama sammarjanam mithya. The fools are taking bath in the dirty worldly objects. See? Dura drushta vrushti bhirahu deho geham patati eva. But if he has got a little bit of wisdom, understanding, dura drushti, then we know that as the time passes, all the things that we have been accumulating, they slowly, slowly lose interest in our life. We have no interest in that. In one South Indian family I went, and when we are going out, the husband shouted from the door to the wife. Could you imagine for what? Near the door, they have one small katori where there is vibhuti. So before going out of the house, they take little vibhuti, put it here. To tell the world, I have taken bath. They have not taken bath. See? And that day, he shouted, "Where is that?" So, I said, "What happened, man? Early morning you are shouting." "No, see, I put everything, but it's not there. I don't know what these people do." Started pravachan. I said, "Keep cool." Then there was one Nataraj, you know, that Ardhanari Nateshwar, and his hand was like this. I said, "Wait a minute." On his hand, I put my this finger and did like this. I said, "Take vibhuti." Then I asked him, "When you have put it here?" Swamiji, we got this Nataraj about 20 years before. So this is the vibhuti of 20 years. You ask them, give it to somebody? No, 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 no. काम आएगा मरने के बाद. How many things we keep on accumulating. Recognize, my friends, this. Therefore, everything is going to be like that. Be fresh every time, cheerful. Then bharya rupa vihina manasa kshobhaya jayate pumsam atyantam rupadhya sa parapurushaihi vashikriyate. See, if the wife is ugly, the husband always hates her. If she is beautiful, she is taken away by somebody. Both the cases. So, question Shankaracharya has written it. I am not यः कश्चित् पुरुषः मित्रं हृत्य अथवा भिक्षुः पश्यति हि सा अभिलाषं विलक्षणो दारुरूपं वतीम्. Therefore, anybody, the friend, the servant, even the Babajis, they also look at that beautiful girl or the wife, and this fellow is simply watching, he can do nothing. Yakinchit Purushavaram Sabhartum Atisundaram Društva Mrugayati Kimna Mrugakshi Manasi Eva Parasre Purusha. See? So, like a person is attracted toward the beauty of the other ladies, in the same manner, other people are also attracted toward the Mrugalochana Stri. Oh, beautiful! What beauty! Beauty is only the skin deep. Ugliness is the bone marrow deep. But we don't recognize this thing. एवं स्वरूप नार्या भरता कोपात प्रदीक्षणम क्षणा नो लभते सुखलेशम बलमिव बलिभुक् बहुषु एकः. So in this manner, the person who has a beautiful wife, he will be constantly carrying the burden and frustration, and he can never be at peace. Therefore, never marry a beautiful girl. Shankaracharya watch, not me. See? He can never be at peace. He has given beautiful examples. Then, Vanita Nitantam Ajna. Ladies are extremely ignorant. Swa Ajna Ulyanga Vartate Sa. And if that lady who doesn't understand anything, if she is living without recognizing the instruction given by the husband, then she is worse than the enemy. Everything she will do the ulta. There was a husband and wife, and the wife was doing exactly the opposite. So they had to cross the river and go to the in-laws' place. So he wanted to cross the river by a proper bridge, but there was a shortcut also, but not very pakka. So he wanted to go by the shortcut. He said, let us go by the shortcut. No, we'll go by the main road. Next time he decided, okay, let us go by the main road. No, we'll go by the shortcut. And she went first, holding something. And he forgot. He said, hold properly. No, I will not hold. And she fell down. So when she fell down in the river, he started searching her up the stream. She will not flow down, I will flow up. You cannot do anything. At this moment, you are divine, my friends. Remain cheerful and happy all the time. To remain happy, you don't have to put efforts. How important it is. Therefore, लोकः न अपुत्रस्य स्यात् इति श्रुत्या क्व प्रभाषितो लोकः मुक्ति संसरणं तद् अन्य लोको अथवा नान्यः सर्वेपि पुत्रभाजास्तन्मुक्तौ नैव संसृतेर्भवति श्रवणादयो अपि उपाया मृषा भवेयुः तृतीयेपि तस्मात् प्रापु उपायः सत्त्वात् द्वितीयपक्षे अपि पुत्रस्य पुत्रेष्टादिक याग प्रवृत्ते वेदो वाद अयम्. It is said, Naputrasya lokosti. He who doesn't have a son, he does not go to heaven. Then all the time worried, I should have a son, I should have a son, I should have a son. And then they get the son. And thereafter what happens? Those who have children, they are miserable. Those who don't have children, they are miserable. Think. We all have miseries because of these two things. Miseries of having something and miseries of not having something. Those who have got lot of money, they are miserable how to protect that money. Those who don't have money, they are miserable how to earn money. In short, our whole life is dependent on something or the other, and therefore, in our scriptures it is said, the three types of desires are to be given up. Lokeshana, Putreshana and Vitteshana. Eshana means desire. Lokeshana, after death I want to go to heaven. Swarg mein jana hai. This is how one dumb person wanted to go to heaven. Swarg mein jana hai. Then you require a son. Now you can't produce a son. For that you require a wife. and you can't get a wife, you require money. See, connected. After getting a job, then I'll get married. See? Instead of that, become a ghar jawai, you don't have to earn money. Enjoy. So, one is constantly struggling for getting this or that. नाना शरीर कष्ट ही अव्यय ही साध्यते पुत्र उत्पन्न मात्र पुरते जीवित चिंता गरीयसी तस्य. With all the different ways, he somehow or the other gets a son. After getting the son, is he happy? Because जीवन अपि किम मूर्ख प्राज्ञा किम वा सुशील भाग भविता जारश्चोरै पिशुनः पतितो द्युत प्रिय क्रूरः. See? Now, if the son is absolutely foolish or intelligent, good or bad, whether he will be a nice person or he will be a thief, whether he will be a drug addict or a very cruel person, I don't know how he will be. And then, will he be the pitru matru bandhu ghati manasa khedaya jayate putra? And if the child, the son is the problem to the mother, father, everybody is troubling, then the same son become the cause of the misery for everybody, and therefore this person is all the time thinking, why God you have given me this son like that? Some people ask us, Swamiji, other people's children, they come in merit class. Why my son is failing four times he failed? Comparison. So then what can I tell? Mama, for a chili plant, you are expecting the tomatoes. You always talk something which I don't understand. I say, thank God. Ignorance is bliss. See? You know, one of the reasons why the mothers become miserable, they compare. Don't compare. The moment you start comparing, you are digging your own grave. Therefore, sarvaguna sampanna hi putra kasyapi kutrachit bhavati. Very rarely is a child who is full of all the good qualities, etc. But saha alpayuhu rugnaha. But he is short-lived, he is having a lot of diseases. That also becomes the source of misery. In this manner, this one is given very exhaustively. Therefore, the more we think properly, that do not get lost in these two aspects of spiritual life. One is the possessions and second is relations. Possessions become a burden with reference to the gross body, and relations become a burden with reference to the subtle body or the mind. These are the two things which are tying us down to this relative world, and we suffer. Therefore, now the next topic Bhagavan has taken is the Manoninda, condemning the mind. Hasati kadachid rauti bhrantam sadrusho dusho bhamati rushtam kadapi rushtam shishtam dukkham cha nindati stauti kamapi dveshti sarosham hyatmanam shlagate kadachid chittam pishacham vad abhadra rakshasya trushnaya vyaptam. Now our mind is abhadra, most disgusting, and trushnaya rakshasya, by the rakshasi. You know this word rakshasa, how it is formed? Rakshasa, when you read it the other way around. Rakshasa, sakshara, means educated illiterates. They are rakshasa. They know what is right, but they will be doing the wrong things. So, such a mind, hasati kadachid raudriti bhrantam. Sometimes the mind is happy, sometimes miserable, sometimes confused, sometimes this way. All the time, the mind is constantly talking good about this fellow, good, bad about that fellow, all the time thinking why he did like that, constantly. Because he is carrying the burden of desire. What is desire? Expectations. Right off your rights right away on everybody in this world. you will never be miserable. Are we miserable because of government of Malaysia? No. We are miserable because of government of Australia. Because this you are giving a status of reality. Government is an illusion. Miseries is the reality. Therefore, this Krishna expectation, desires, this is the very foundation of our understanding about mind. Dambha, Abhimana, Lobhai, Kama, Krodha, Uru, Matsarai, Chetaha, Akrishyate, Samantan, Patitathikam Marge, Shavam Iva. Like if a dead body is lying on the road, so many dogs will come and start fighting to eat that dead body. In the same manner, our mind is getting attracted towards so many things, and it's not only we, everybody wants the same thing, and then we are constantly suffering from that. Tasma Shuddha Virago Mano Abilishitam Tajet Artham Tat Anabilishan Kuryan Vyaparo Tado Bhavati. Therefore, what is important is we have to take support of Shuddha Vairagya. The Shuddha Vairagya is what? Don't do the gross way of spiritual life. Once I was somewhere and they were giving me food. And one lady, old lady, she could not invite me to her house because she had a very small place. I said, I can't invite you, but I want to bring, I said, bring something. So she brought pakodas and these onion pakodas. So my hostile, she was serving. And this lady, she brought and gave. Hey, why you give Swamiji? Don't you know? Mahatmas don't eat the onions. Take it away. So that old lady, I looked at her. She was feeling so bad. So I had to take care. So I said, Mama, how many times I told you, I want green chilies, you are not brought. Get in. Oh, Swami, go away. When she went in the kitchen, I took few pakodas and enjoyed. And when I was eating that, they, you are eating? Swamiji, Mahatmas don't eat pakodas. I said, you are right. Mahatmas don't eat. I am a Chota Atma. I am not a Mahatma. You label me and you want me to behave the way you want. I know what I am. Don't get caught up in unwanted too many rules and regulations. Samartha Ramdas Swami always used to tell this thing. We should have minimum rules and regulations in life. Then you'll be relaxed. We should have for disciplining, but not too much. Don't touch this, don't touch that. Go this way, go that way. Arey Ram, Ram, खाने दो ना यार, तुम चले जाओ. See, my tragedy is, they give food. Swamiji, ये उसके साथ जाता है, तुम चले जाओ. Let me eat the way I want. See? You can imagine, am I a baby or what? Go away. Don't do all that. Relax, relax, relax. Therefore, we have to control our self. Now, how do we control Vairagya? Sansruti paravare jagadi vishayoddakena purnena nuru shariram ambutaranam karma samiraihi tataschalati. In this ocean of this samsara, our body is like a boat, and in as the karma vayu comes, according to that, our boat is constantly moving. Chidraihi namavihi upetam no jivo nauka patatir mahanalaha chidranam anirodha jala paripunam patatyadha sadatam. So, our body is the boat and it has holes called as the sense organs. If a boat has holes, the water will enter inside the boat and the boat will be going down the waters. Exactly the same way. We have this body for crossing the relative world, but this body is having the holes. And therefore, the waters of the worldly things and beings, they enter through this hole in our body. And the body becomes heavy and sinks in this world samsara. One of the most simple thing in life is to understand that water can naturally go downwards, but we want to put it on the top of the building. Then put pumps. So you put the pumps, but the water is not going. What is happening? You call the um, person plumber, and he checks that pipe has got number of holes. So whatever pressure the water is thrown up, through the holes it comes out. This is true. All our energy is consolidated in the Mooladhara chakra, what is called as body identification. Now we have to rise from the body identification. We drop the gross body identification. Then second is we have to drop the subtle body identification. Then we have to drop the causal body identification, and then we have to rise to our divine nature. This is the technique. But what is happening? This energy which we require to pump the water on the top of the building, that energy is getting leaked through the sense organs. Therefore, be very attentive. Have this clarity. Those who are living at the three levels, the Mooladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, and Manipur chakra, three of them, they are samsari. Rise above through wisdom. Desires are born only after body identification, Mooladhara chakra. So opening the chakra bheda, bheda means the secret. What is the secret of the Mooladhara chakra? This is the secret. As long as you are identified with the body, there will be desires. So the second chakra is desire, kamana. And what is the story of the desire? The desires can never be fulfilled. They become the greed. Three things. So if we look into our own life, what we are doing? Only these three things. Maintaining the body, fulfilling the desire, and there is no end to the desire. So those who are living at the lower three chakras, they are samsari. Then the next chakra is your Anahat chakra. Anahat chakra is now you start working on your mind. When we start working on our mind, a seeker is born. Living in the lower three chakras is the body which our parents have created. That is the Adi Bhautik Jagat. Then we come to the mind and we start working on the mind. The day we start working on the mind, it is our rebirth. We are reborn. Now we are not much concerned about the lower three. Then, now this mind is engaged in something higher. What is something higher? The highest thing for us at this stage is peace of mind. Do not bargain with anything in this world against peace of mind. This is what we do when we go to sleep. But if our mind remains as in the sleep, during the waking state, we are able to go beyond the obvious. And what is beyond the obvious? We live in the relative world like anybody, like everybody. But nothing in this world ever disturbs us. And that is our natural state. We don't have to do anything for that. Now, this example I repeated 100 times. Vision supports colors and forms, but vision doesn't get influenced by colors and forms. Vision doesn't have a color or a form. So, what will be the sadhana? Don't close the eyes, No. Let the eyes be open, let everything be seen. But, dekho suno mat bolo. You are working on the mind. And that mind, which is no more disturbed by the lower three chakras, now that mind is available to us. Now that mind is engaged in kastvam koham kutamāyātah kāme janane ko me tātah iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva sapna vicharam. Then we start re-evaluating our past that we have lived through. So what is our past? What is the evaluation? Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat na asti akritaha kritena tad vidyanartham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Pariksha lokan karmachitan. We have been doing so many things in our life till date. Do this, do that, do this, do that, constantly. Then pariksha, evaluate what we have really achieved in our life. Nothing. If we are sincere, look within what we have achieved in life. Meaning, if we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we will leave this world, there will be no lacuna anywhere. So our earlier absence and the later absence makes no difference. What difference it is making? By the presence now. But what we think, without me the world cannot move. You know that story of an old lady in a village. She had a bird, poultry. And morning, that bird will start cock, 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 and the people will wake up. So she had the notion that because the bird starts making noise, the sun rises. So one day she was having fight with the people in the village. So okay, I will see how you start. So she covered the bird with some cloth. Do you think because of that the sunrise will stop? In the same manner, we feel because of us the world is moving. No friends. Therefore, withdraw. Don't get involved anywhere. And for that, this simple technique I am telling you. Of all the characters in Mahabharata, if you ask me whom I like the most, I like Nakul Sahadev. Nobody will think about it. What is the reason? The reason is they were the most intelligent. What was their intelligence? When the war was to be fought, the Yudhishthir has decided we have to fight together, we will do it. Bhima was not confused. I had to open the fridge, take out the Coca-Cola and drink. He does it. He has no problem. Then Arjun Singh started unnecessarily. If this war happens, this will happen. Who asked you to think here? Stop thinking. And this is what this Nakul Sahadev did. How? Why think? What your eldest brother, he knows his wise, follow. The day you take this decision in your life, be a follower, you will never be miserable in life. Therefore, anything that I had to do here, I don't decide. महात्मा जी क्या करना है? सांझ उठो तो उठ गया. Relax. Till the last moment, I do not know what is what. Therefore, relax. Otherwise, tension. Why jana? Yeah, jana. When somebody is thinking for you, why relax? Why worry? See, now I am staying with Seema. Which room I have to stay, I don't have to think. It's her botheration. What will be the arrangement for washing clothes, her botheration. What kind of food I have to eat, her botheration. For me, relax. How beautiful life is. But I want to decide, suffer throughout life. See, yesterday I told you, husband and wife. Wise husband never get involved in the house or family matters. Dumb husband, they are miserable only because they get unnecessarily involved in the family matter. Who should come, who should not come, whom to get married, what should be the food prepared, who should be invited, later thing. I think something great, whether America should attack on Australia or not. That is what is my theme. But many, I am not just imagining, I know so many places, many gents, they get too much involved in the family matters. What kind of furniture, what kind of, तुम देखो, मुझे नहीं आता, मुझे forget about it. You relax. Learn to be lazy. Not उत्तिष्ठते जाग्रत, सोवत. You will never be miserable in life. See? So, like the energy that we have, don't waste that energy in that lower existence. Then now start working on yourself, on your mind. When the mind is undisturbed, in that mind, inquiry kindles naturally. This is the definition of pure mind. The lower standard definition of pure mind is you should not have anger, you should not have frustration, you should not have desire. That is the KG1, KG2, KG3 definition of pure mind. The real pure mind is that where inquiry kindles. Kastvam koham kutamaya kame janane ko metata. That is the pure mind. And that is the purpose of this upasana. You know, one text we have studied here, the Tripura Rahasya. After doing the upasana of the Tripura Devi, Parshuramji, one day he got frustrated. Come on, what I am doing? Who is this Tripura Devi? And he goes back to his Guru, Dattatreya Bhagavan, and he says, I think I have wasted 12 years of my life. Bhagavan says, no. Why? Now you have kindled the inquiry. Who is Tripura Devi? Who am I? Who is miserable? The day this happens in your life, you understand God's grace is showering on you. This is what Avadhuta Gita says. Ishvaranugrahateva pumsam advaita vasana mahad bhaya paritranat vipranam upajayate. By the God's grace alone, this inquiry about kastvam koham kutamayataha happens in our life. Otherwise, the same thing. And when can it happen? Be attentive. If everything is going on very well, we will never think about something higher. But when something suddenly happens, which we can't even imagine can happen in our life, then we start rethinking what life is. Therefore, we have to start working on our mind. Now here the same, Chidranam tu nirodha sukhena param aparam yati tasmat indriya nigraham mrite na kaschit tarati andrutam. Therefore, if that boat which was having holes, so the water will get in and the boat will be sinking down. If those holes are properly blocked, then we can use that boat to cross the river. Exactly when these holes of our personality, sense organs, organs of action, when they are closed properly, our energy will be not lost in this world, possession and indulgence. And then alone, the same body which is tying us down in this world will help us to go beyond the relative existence. Thereafter, be attentive, thereafter, we will start living through the body. We will no more live as the body. Living through the body, what I am talking to you, this mic is conveying it to you. So living through the mic. But living as the mic, if the mic starts making its own noises, then it will be thrown away. Therefore, recognize this again and again. नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चा भावयेत शांति अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम. अयुक्तस्य बुद्धि नास्ति. He who doesn't have this knack of learning from every single experience, he can never walk the spiritual path. Ayuktasya buddhi nasti. Understanding will not be clear. Here buddhi means understanding. Then ayuktasya bhavana api nasti. These also knack. What is the knack? Bhavana. Remember, this bhavana is what? Bhavana is the sadhana done by Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, then Ananda Mahima, and presently the Amritananda Mahima. Their bhavana is not the path of inquiry. Their path is not the path of doing anything. They are only living bhavana. Be attentive. Are we not doing this bhavana? It is our bhavana only. I am very beautiful. I am very nice. People don't understand me. This is only bhavana, nothing else. See? And this bhavana has no logic, no reason. So, presently we are having this bhavana that I am body and I am very good. People don't understand me. All the husband and wife fighting is only on this thing. Both of them have the same bhavana. He thinks she is dumb and she thinks he is super dumb. Both of them bhavana. And these bhavanas are dropped in the deep sleep. Therefore, together they sleep and celebrate by snoring. See, friends, learn this, only bhavana. So, if you are able to understand the import of the scriptures, that is called technically as the Tatparya Nirnay. Tatparya Nirnay means moral of the story. All this is said is what for? So, all the spiritual practice is done. Is it for fulfilling the desires or transcending the desires? And if we understand this, that karma or upasana is not done for fulfilling the desires, then only we can enter the path of inquiry. But all the things that we do, kurute ganga sagara gamanam, vrata paripalanam, athava danam, for what? For fulfilling the desires. All the puja poti, visiting the temples, is done for what? Only for fulfilling the desires. See, friends, therefore, remember Kathopanishad, the last mantra. Write it and keep it, read every day. Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya vridishritaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra Brahma samashnute. When we carry zero desires in our mind, we are one with the divine. Meaning what? The space is not contaminated by the contents. In the same manner, getting not contaminated is our natural state. What is the natural state? Non-specific being. Colors and forms are specific. Blue color is not black, black is not red, red is not green. Vision, only one. No color, no form. Now for that, what sadhana you have to do? Do not get lost in anything which is special. Therefore, real spiritual practice is not becoming extraordinary. Remain most ordinary. And if you are ordinary, you can never get hurt. When we get hurt, because we think we are extraordinary. No. If somebody says you are dumb, excuse me, you have not evaluated me properly. I am super dumb. If we become dumb because somebody said to us, that means he has recognized us. See, friends, life becomes so simple. Never, never think spiritual means something great we become. We don't have to separate ourselves out. Ice cubes have personalities, but the water has no personality. Ice cube require a particular shape to be comfortable. Water is comfortable everywhere. Let it be a flat container, let it be a test tube, let it be a capillary tube. Water is comfortable. Ice cube, oh. Therefore, what is the litmus test whether we are spiritually going the right direction? If you get hurt, you are a samsari. If you don't get hurt, you are divine. There will be pain if you somebody hits you, but you will not become a painful personality. Meaning, like the colors are seen, but vision doesn't become colored. In the same manner, when the experience of misery comes, we don't become miserable. This is what we have been emphasizing again and again. Spiritual life is experience without experiencer. Work on this one equation. How to work? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your ears. Dekho, suno. Mat bolo, no comment. So because I see something, I get disturbed, therefore I'll close my eyes. No, don't do that. See, this is one of the highest spiritual practice. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. That has become our second nature. About everything we have a comment. And this is how the samsara begins. So, nasti buddhi ayuktasya, he who doesn't have this knack of learning from every experience, he can never be happy. Nasti, the ayuktasya bhavana, if you can't do this bhavana, what is the bhavana? You are happy. Do this bhavana, you are happy. Like presently, I am most miserable. Normally, you get married and then show how to be happy. No, I have shown without getting married. See, friends, again and again work on this. And then Bhagavan says, Praja yuktasya bhavana, then अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम न चा भावयत शांति. If you are not at peace, you can never be happy. Therefore, happiness is when you are at peace with yourself. A person who is not at peace with himself, can he or she be happy with others? And such people who are disturbed, miserable, they don't like happy people. इनको क्या होता है? कुछ नहीं होता. छिद्राणाम तो निरोधेन सुखेन पारम परम याति तस्मात् इंद्रिय निग्रहामृते न कश्चित् तरति अनृतम. Therefore, unless we have perfect control over our all faculties, sense organs, and this also I told you a number of times, among the sense organs, control only one, two in one, the tongue. About food, give yourself minimum choice. Therefore, whenever I take food, I ask for pickles. अचार खाने से विचार अच्छे होते. In some place, one Gujarati house, Gujarati food is so simple that it is tasteless. But they call it simple. So, Mama, there is no achar. Yes, yes, Sanju. I don't know whether you take. Yes, I take achar. Then after that, see, achar ने खाने में जान डाल दी. Thank God they don't understand. Meaning what? Without achar, the food was dead. See, friends, lesser the choice you give to yourself, happier you are. तस्मात् इंद्रिय निग्रहात् अमृते न कश्चित् तरति अनृतम. Therefore, तस्मात् त्वम् इंद्रियाणि आदौ नियम्य भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रजयहीन ध्यान विज्ञान नाशनम. Bhagavad Gita says, therefore, the real spiritual practice begins from controlling the organs, sense organs, and among them is the tongue, number one. So about the food and about comments. Tongue is having this two in one function. While eating, it is the rasana, and while interacting in the world, it is the jivha. If these two things are controlled, we are doing a great service to ourselves. Never opine on anybody on any issue. Never evaluate anybody. Never suggest anything to anybody. Never get involved in anybody's life. You see, your mind will remain relaxed at peace. But when we get, Swamiji, you kindly tell him he is so responsible. I said, yes, he is responsible. Had he been responsible, he would never marry you. No, not like that. Our son's marriage, he is not worried about his marriage. I said, then you get married once more. Don't get involved in anybody's life. पश्यति परस्य युवतीं सकामपि तन् मनोरथं कुरुते ज्ञात्वै तत् प्राप्ति व्यर्थं मनुजा अति पाप भाग भवति. See, पश्यति परस्य युवतीं, looking at some beautiful girl or wife of someone, his mind goes on thinking about and imagining, and yet he cannot attain anything. As a result, papa bhag bhavati, he becomes a sinner. Now be attentive. What is the sin? I'll tell you one quickly. Now time is over. I know you have to work once in a while. The sin is sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. What is the sin? Live in this world in such a manner no impression is formed on your mind, either good or bad. How it is possible? As you are listening to me, is anything happening? That is how live in this world. If somebody tells you, you are very beautiful, no, Swamiji. No, I was just kidding. Friends, don't take life too seriously. Meaning, no impression should be formed. Now be attentive. When impressions are not formed, we learn. Like, we have touched the fire in childhood and we got burned. So, we learned. And therefore, we have no like or dislike for the fire, is it not? Because we have learned. Apply the same principle. See, you told your wife 100 times, but she does the same mistake. Have you learned what? She is expert. Therefore, don't get unnecessarily angry. It's a manufactured defect. Chalte raho. The day you take this principle, when you learn, you do not create sin. If you do not learn, you create sin. Na evam papam avapsyasi, Bhagavan says. So what is the papa? Papa is interactions, creating impressions on the mind is a sin. Therefore, manujaha ati papa bhag bhavati. So don't be a sinner, meaning don't unnecessarily create impressions on your mind. We are not here for anything but to let the divine manifest through us. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.